Okay, hello there, and welcome to episode 3 of our King's Quest 6 playthrough. We did quite a bit in the last episode, and here we are. We have been communicating with Princess Cassima in the castle window. She gave us this red ribbon and a piece of her hair from it that we need to do a spell later. What is this guy here?
Alexander is carrying a...
Oh, message from the princess. Okay. So, I think we are going to go explore
Alexander
now
pulls out his magic map.
the Isle of the Sacred Mountain.
Alexander feels a strange pulling sensation.
Okay. Now, just so you know, the way to solve some of these puzzles here, this was based on copyright protection from back when. So when you read the manual, it says specifically right here, in talking about the logic cliffs, the first challenge, only those pure of heart will be able to rise the cliffs of logic. And that was the clue here, which is...
The steps cannot be moved any further backwards or forwards.
It also has clues about the other puzzles here. So I'll be referring to the manual when we do those. Copyright protection was a big problem back when this came out, and one of the ways that they would help the game from being pirated was to make specific puzzles that you could only answer if you had the manual. All right, let's tackle puzzle 2.
Alexander examines the strange etchings in the face of the cliff.
A master of language will. 4 letters. Okay. And then this language that you see right here is included in the manual as well. And so here is the, there's the answer key. Anyways, we still need the answer. And I believe it's soar. S-O-A-R, soar. Okay. There's O. A looks like this one. And R is here.
The stone beneath Alexander's feet trembles as more steps emerge from the granite cliffs.
It was interesting what it says about the logic cliffs in the book also. I'm just going to read it here. It kind of explains the loud noise. One of the most intriguing artifacts left by the ancient ones are the logic cliffs. The cliffs are so named from a series of riddles written on the face of the cliffs, leading from the beach of the Isle of the Sacred Mountain to the Winged One's city. Chiseled painstakingly into solid rock, the viewer must question what purpose the words serve. From the ancient scroll that references the cliffs, it can be determined that the riddles on the cliff were part of an elaborate mechanism designed to protect those who dwelt at the top of the cliffs from undesirables that might arrive from the sea below. The mechanism may have served as some sort of calling device designed to alert those at the top that the cliffs that a brother required assistance, or perhaps led to a secret chamber within the rock itself. Whatever the cliff's purpose was, it was obviously built to admit only those indoctrinated into the secrets of the Ancient One's culture, and for that reason is, alas, as yet unsolved by those who live today. The following translations from the Cliffs of Logic scroll may help the reader understand the mystique that surrounds this artifact. The first challenge, only those pure of heart will be able to rise the Cliffs of Logic. The third challenge, the stones of stealth are associated with this riddle. 4 men standing in a row, third from left, and down you go. The rest in order move you on, the youngest, the oldest, and the second son. Okay, so we'll jump to that in a minute, because we just did the second puzzle, so... Bum bum. Bum 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 bum. Okay.
Alexander examines the strange etchings in the face of the cliff.
All right. It says, okay, 4 men standing in a row, third from left, and down you go. The rest in order move you on. The youngest, the oldest, and the...
Alexander gets...
Nope. That was wrong. Okay, so do I start with the third?
Alexander gets...
Oh. It says third one. Third from left.
Alexander...
And down you go. Okay, third from... Oh.
Nothing happened. Alexander...
Okay. Okay, the third from the left, that's this one, and you just fall. Down you go. And then it says the rest in order move you on. Okay, the youngest, the oldest, and the second son.
Alexander...
Okay, that's not right.
Alexander...
So do I press this one first?
Alexander gets the... Oops!
Tickets.
Tickets. Oh. Next. What a riddle. Alexander...
Third from the left, and down you go. The rest in order move you on. Youngest, oldest.
Alexander gets... Alexander... Alexander...
Okay.
Alexander gets... Alexander... 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 Nothing happened. Alexander... Alexander gets... Alexander...
So the third from the left and down you go. So if I press this one, I just fall, right? Third from the left.
Nothing happened.
Right.
Alexander...
Oh, third from left, and down you go. This would be the youngest, the oldest, and the second son.
Alexander gets the feeling. Oops! Alexander...
The youngest, and the oldest.
Alexander gets... Alexander... Alexander... Alexander.
Okay, wait, this is the third from the left, right here. So this is the left, 1, 2, 3. So if I press this, I just fall. The rest in order, move you on. The youngest, the oldest. This would be this would be the second son, right? If this is the first son, second son. So youngest, oldest, second son.
Alexander get. Oops!
Oh, what is it? This is dumb.
Alexander.
Oh, I'm sorry. The youngest would be this one, right? Okay, youngest, oldest, second
The
son?
stone beneath Alexander's feet trembles as more steps emerge from the granite cliffs.
I was doing it backwards. The youngest is the last born, right? So all right. Another puzzle.
Alexander examines the strange etchings in the face of the cliff.
The Sacred Four? Let me look at the alphabet real quick. Is there... I think the Sacred Four were like the compass shows north, east, south, west. But I really don't remember. I'm going to give that a try. So this is north, east. There's S and W looks like yeah, no.
Nothing happens.
The Sacred Four.
Alexander.
So in the manual, it has the letters A through Z, and it says what they represent. It It says this symbol represents, so for A, for example, this symbol represents harmony, the catch, the color sienna, and earth. But that doesn't help me out a lot. All right, what are the sacred four? I'm going to refer to the manual again super quick to see if it tells me what the sacred four are. Because this was designed as copyright protection. But I do want to figure it out since it's a logic puzzle. But hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, so here's the manual that came with the games. The Isle of the Sacred Mountain, first impression, appears to be nothing but a great wall of cliffs. The winged ones inhabit the Isle of the Sacred Mountain. Greeters meet the base of the cliffs. They fly you up to the Winged One city. City is built to exclude non-flying people. They disdain magic and the daintier arts, being far too logical for such goings-on. Okay, good to know. Their culture makes frequent reference to the ancient ones. The name of the island derives from a lone peak which soars into the clouds beyond the city. There, in a cave, dwells the sacred oracle. She is wise, can read the future. Okay, the ancient ones. Okay, the ancient ones were believers in the power of language. They were fond of saying a master of languages will soar. This presumably refers to intellectual heights rather than physical ones, but who can say? It is also known that they were great lovers of symbols and had a complex theology which seemed to worship all things aerial. The only fragments of their belief system are understood today. The ancient one gave meaning to every creature, color, element, and mineral. In addition, they studied the emotional states of being. Like every creature, color, and element ranked high or low on their theological scale, the lowest being base or primitive, the highest being pure. Oh, here we go. At the top of the scale were the sacred four, the emotion tranquility, the color azure, the creature caterpillar, and the element air. Okay. Well, there's our sacred four. At least we figured it out. Okay, so sacred four. Okay, well. All right, back to the game then. Okay, so the sacred four are tranquility. Oops. Okay, let me look at my pictures. Tranquility. And that one is the one that looks like a castle. Okay. The next one is azure. Okay, in the book, here's one that says symbol represents Here's the color royal blue. It doesn't say azure, but azure is blue. There's... Yeah, okay, blue. And it's like 3 lines. This one. Okay, the next was a caterpillar, which looks like stairs with little dots. Yeah. Okay, right? It was the caterpillar. And then the element air. All right. It looks kind of like an N. Okay, well maybe I got the azure one wrong. That was this guy. Oh, darn it.
Nothing happened. Alexander.
All right. Caterpillar was this guy. This N-looking thing here was the air. Other way. Tranquility is the castle. Okay, and the other one was azure. Azure. Sienna, charcoal gray, pearl gray, sable, ochre, olive, white, red, orange, green, brown, beige, gold, black, azure. Oh, my bad. All right, it's the one that looks like a silly face. This guy.
The stone beneath Alexander's feet trembles as more steps emerge from the granite cliffs.
Well, we did it without cheating, so that feels good. Again, that was just copyright protection. I mean, you still have to figure it out, but it was all from the manual. All right.
Alexander examines the strange etchings in the face of the cliff.
Okay, so we already know the answer to this one because it was in the manual. It told us flat out that the answer to the 5th riddle is ascend. So A-S-C-E-N.
The stone beneath Alexander's feet trembles as more steps emerge from the granite cliffs.
This should be the last one. And then, from what the manual is saying, and granted, I have not played this game in years and years, but the manual is saying that there's greeters that come and pick you up.
Alexander finds himself finally at the top of the cliffs. Exhausted, he steps over the lip of the plateau and stands.
Why do you make such an effort to climb the cliffs, young man? The winged ones who live on this island have the power of flight. You could have it too, if you'd only eat a berry from this magical flying nightshade bush. See? The sweet berries will make you float like a petal on the wind. Try some.
You see the glowing eyes? That's the genie. I mean, we're going to do it just for funsies, but...
The old woman has a pleasant, grandmotherly face, but something about her makes Alexander uneasy.
But who are you, matron?
Who cares? I mean, I am only a poor old woman who wishes you well, handsome stranger. Think of me as your grandmama, if you like.
All right. We'll die real quick.
Come.
All right. I'll try some of your berries.
Bye-bye. They're called Nightshade.
Oh, goody. Eat quickly, dear boy, and I'll show you the way to the lord and lady of this isle.
What?
Slightly bitter, pretty one.
Ticket.
Tickets. Oh. Next.
And then there's some land I have for sale in the death bogs of Tamir.
Come, stranger, trust me. Think of what I'm offering you.
That was a King's Quest 2 reference.
How can this plant give the power of flight?
Listen, son, I'll be happy to answer any questions you like, but only if you at least taste these delicious berries.
No thanks, genie.
How can this plant give...
Listen, son.
Can I go in here?
It would be rather rude to crawl into...
Well, I'm not going to.
Huge doors are set into the solid rock of the mountain. The huge doors are locked tight. Somebody obviously wants to keep something out, or something in. How odd. The old woman just disappeared in a cloud of smoke. Perhaps those berries are even more powerful than she led Alexander to believe.
Uh-huh. Yeah, let's go in here. Can we fit?
Alexander crawls through the small opening in the rock. Alexander finds himself in a dark cave.
It's a good thing we have this handy dandy
It feels
tinderbox.
Alexander takes the candle from his tinderbox and uses the flint in the box to light it.
This brings me back to King's Quest 4 with the troll.
Alexander crawls through the opening in the rock. The lighting in this part of the cave is better. Alexander extinguishes the candle's flame and places it back in his pack. A natural window-like opening in the rock provides a view to the outside world. A peppermint plant grows on the window's ledge.
Ooh, mint.
A plant grows on the grassy ledge. Smells like peppermint. Alexander takes a few leaves from the plant. As he does so, a strong smell of peppermint is released. Ah! The window in the rock is too small for Alexander to fit through.
Okay. Well, I think that's all we need in here.
Alexander crawls back into the first room of the cave. Alexander can't see a thing. Alexander takes... Alexander crawls back through the passage to the top of the cliffs.
Okay. So we got the peppermint. Now I think we're going to go try to see the great ones.
Look, an intruder! Hold! How did you get up here, human?
I climbed the cliffs.
That is not possible. No one has solved the cliffs of logic in several centuries. And if the cliffs were to be solved, it would certainly not be by a human.
I didn't mean to trespass. I only wanted to visit this beautiful island.
No visitors have been welcome on the Isle of the Sacred Mountain in years. Not since the Red and White Queens had spies in the guise of friendly visitors steal our island's sacred golden fleece. But we will not display such foolish trust again. You will have to answer to Lord Azure and Lady Ariel. They will determine what will be done with you. I can assure you, it will not be pleasant.
It's like a birdhouse up there on the column. It's awesome.
With what trickery did you master the cliffs of logic and reach the city of the Winged Ones?
Only the magic of clear thought, my lord. I meant no harm.
The cliffs of logic. It is the sacred oracle's prophecy, Azure.
Yes, Ariel. It is lucky for you, human, that climbing the cliffs of logic is part of a prophecy that I cannot ignore. We have just been ordered by Vizier Alhazred himself to dispose of any strangers that might land on our fair isle. But the prophecy would have a different fate befall you.
The prophecy predicts that whosoever climbs the cliffs of logic will defeat the Minotaur. The Minotaur has violated our sacred catacombs and eats our young in sacrifice. Our own daughter, Lady Celeste, was taken there only this morning as his most recently demanded offering.
A dilemma, then. Whom shall I obey in regards to your fate, the oracle or the crown? But since Alhazred did not dictate how I was to dispose of intruders, and since you cannot possibly survive the catacombs, your imprisonment there should serve both purposes quite admirably.
I will not resist you in this, my lord. I shall do my best to save your daughter.
First, I must tell you that the catacombs are a labyrinth of rooms, a place of exceeding danger. You will need many tools and clear wits to survive it.
I am ready.
Very well. My guards will take you there now. You seem courageous enough, but the catacombs will determine how brave you really are.
I hope I have everything because... well, I guess we'll see. I would hate to get stuck in there without the tools that I need to get out.
Why did you tell Lord Azure you were ready and willing to face the catacombs? No one is ever ready, and only a fool could be willing.
And you are far wiser, I suppose, to leave a maiden to die? To not fight this plague on your own people?
Bravery and suicide are two different things, human. You will have a chance to renounce your choice soon enough, when you lay trembling under the Minotaur's hooves.
We shall see. Thanks for the escort.
We only escort you to your death. May the fates make it quick so that you do not have to scream long.
The catacomb's entrance door is locked from the outside by the Winged One's guards. It seems that leaving the catacombs by that door is not an option.
Alright. Let's save on a different file. These games always have some sort of maze or a desert or something awful like this that you need to map out. My phone has just died, so I'm actually going to do my best to, let me see. Okay, cool. I'm going to actually draw myself a little map while we go. So let me pause this super quick. Okay, so here's the entrance. And I can go up. I can go to the left. I can go up and to the right. Ooh, I heard that. Here I can go up and down. Let's go down first.
As he walks through the doorway, Alexander gets a very bad feeling about this room.
Okay. Well, can't go in there.
Tickets. Oh. Next.
Don't.
Okay, that's fine, that's fine. Let's try to do this whole map here. So let's go up twice. And then we should have the option here to go up or right. So let's go to the right. And then from here, if we go down...
Alexander hears the distant sounds of a wild animal somewhere in the maze of rooms.
Yep. If we go down, we die, but I don't know what happens if we go up. Okay.
The remains of several unfortunate souls haunt the room. These bones seem more recent than the ancient catacomb bones that Alexander has seen so far. Perhaps they were victims of the Minotaur, or perhaps they died while wandering lost in the maze. 3 of the skeletons are completely intact. A lone skull lies on the ground among the skeletons. Where the skull came from is a mystery, since the other remains seem to have their skulls intact. Alexander picks up the skull. Alexander examines the stone shelf and the ancient bones, but finds nothing except the dust of the grave.
Okay.
Alexander doesn't want to disturb that skeleton. He seems to have all his bones intact, and it'd be a shame to break up the set.
Okay. So we could go up here, but I kind of don't want to. Let's go back to the beginning. And we could go left. There's that Minotaur again. All right, let's...
Alexander hears a low growling, so faint as to seem born of his fired imagination rather than of any living creature.
All right, let's keep going left.
As he walks through the doorway, Alexander gets a very bad feeling about this room.
Okay, another hole in the floor.
Tickets. Oh. Next.
Don't just... Alexander hears a...
Okay. So if we go to the left, we die, but let's go up and see what we find. Go up again.
The walls of the catacombs are made of massive stone tiles.
Can we
That's the north wall of the room.
We hear the Minotaur.
Somewhere, far off into the catacombs, the sounds of hooves faintly echo. Alexander puts the hole in the wall on the wall. It seems to shudder in revulsion at the mere touch of the cold stone. Alexander peers through the hole in the wall and sees nothing of interest.
Okay.
Alexander Alexander hears the distant sounds of a wild animal somewhere in the maze of rooms. Niches in the wall. Alexander examines the stone shelf and the ancient bones, but finds nothing except the dust of the grave.
Okay. I keep thinking that you look through one of these and you can see the Minotaur.
Alexander puts the... It seems to... Alexander peers through the hole in the wall and sees nothing of interest.
Okay.
Alexander...
Okay, so this just cuts through back to where we started. So if we go to the right one... 2? Okay, this is the start. Okay, so we've explored most of this, but we haven't gone up yet. Okay, so we went right before and we found the skull, but what happens if we go up here? We can only go to the left. Okay, this is a puzzle. Well, let's save.
An image of a rose has been carved into that tile.
Okay, actually, now let's look here because there was something in the guide in the manual about this. So let's take a look here. Okay, here's talking about the catacombs. The catacombs were obviously a place of high reverence for the ancient ones. A message on the ancient tablet that once adorned the doors to the catacombs show. 3 roses laid upon a bower, a scythe for he who cuts the flower, a crown a dove must noble raise. Thy bones make sacred this dread place. So what does it say? 3 roses, a scythe, a crown, a dove. All right. Oops. All right. So what does it say? 3 roses, a scythe, a crown, a dove. That may be that easy. Rose, rose, rose. A scythe, a crown.
Alexander feels the tile he's standing on shift beneath his feet.
Uh-oh.
Tickets. Oh. Next.
3 spikes and you're out.
It says 3 roses. So rose, rose, rose. And then it said a scythe. Right? A scythe. A crown. There's a dove. And then the bones was the last clue. Yo. All right, and that came straight from the manual as well. Okay, so let's go to the left first. Oh, look who it is.
Ah,
Oh,
you were a human only and not the monster himself. I heard you coming and thought you were the beast. Did my father send you here to save me?
Why, yes, he did, but how did you...
Hush, there is no time. I think I have discovered the Minotaur's secret exit from the catacombs. Follow me and we'll both be saved.
did you see the glinting eyes? So let's save here so we don't die. And this is we're just gonna die right here, right? Yeah.
That's odd. Where did she... Go!
Okay. We knew it was gonna happen, but had to see it.
Tickets. Oh. Next.
Don't just wander, Alexander. Let your conscience be your guide.
Okay, so we don't want to go there. Let's go back up. There's the shield.
An old wooden shield hangs on the wall. Alexander takes the shield from the wall.
He puts it in his jacket or what?
Alexander examines.
Okay, let's keep going up. You see the glinting coins here.
Niches in the wall form Alexander notices that this skeleton has old coins over its eyes.
Yep, let's take them.
Alexander finds 2 coins on the skeleton's eyes. He takes the old coins. The otherwise plain wooden shield is embellished with a silver cross. Alexander is carrying a human skull. The 2 coins from the skeleton in the catacombs are extremely old and corroded.
Okay, so let's go... Here, we go down 1, and then we can go over to the right, it looks like.
It's a trap. The doors have sealed Alexander inside. And the ceiling is coming down.
I see an Indiana Jones.
Desperate to stop the crushing ceiling, Alexander throws a skull into the grinding gears. The skull is caught between 2 cogs. The gears shriek and shudder. The skull begins to bulge.
Uh-oh!
With a sudden lurch, the ceiling completes its descent
Yikes!
and presses Alexander into the floor like a bug under a heel. That skull wasn't strong enough to endure the pressure, and neither is Alexander's.
Tickets. Oh. Next.
Alexander never was much good at squash.
Okay, so what do we have? Oh, the brick. Okay. Alright, this should be the trap.
It's a trap. The doors have sealed Alexander inside, and the ceiling is coming down.
The brick.
In a desperate move, Alexander throws a brick into the grinding gears. The brick is caught between two cogs. The gears shriek and shudder. The mechanism grinds to a halt. The ceiling is stuck. The trap is sprung.
Nice. Let's go down first. And this looks like a dead end. But just for fun, let's try this again. Because the Minotaur's lair's got to be around here somewhere.
Alexander puts the hole in the wall on the wall. It seems to shut. Alexander peers through the hole in the wall and sees nothing of interest. Alexander takes the hole in the wall off the wall.
This is... I can't go down here, right? No. Okay.
Alexander Alexander peers through the hole in the wall and sees nothing of interest. Alexander hears a low growling, so faint as to seem born of his fired imagination rather than of any living creature.
We can't be that far off.
Sounds! A trap floor!
Oh.
Alexander seems to have fallen to a lower level of the catacombs. Wherever he is, the place sure is dark. Alexander can't even see his hand in front of his face.
Okay. Well, it's a good thing I have this tinderbox.
Alexander takes the candle from his tinderbox and uses the flint in the box to light it.
Aha! So that's why it's dark in here. A torch is out.
Alexander lights the extinguished torch and puts his tinderbox away.
Okay. Alright, well now we're on the second floor. I'm drawing the map as I go. I'll show you when we're all done, but... This goes down pretty far.
As he walks through the doorway, Alexander gets a very bad feeling about this room.
All right.
Tickets. Oh. Next.
Don't just wonder.
Okay, but I still kind of want to go down there. And we won't go to that room next time. So that I have a complete map. Okay, so if I go down here, we die. Let's see what's over there. I have to imagine if I go down here, then we die also, right? Oh. This place is huge. Wow, what's to the right? Oops, I missed what that said. This is a dead end. Okay.
Alexander hears the sound of a wild beast again. This time, so loud that the creature itself seems to be in the same room with him. The noises are coming from the other side of the east wall.
Now is when we use it.
Alexander puts the hole in the wall on the east wall. The hole in the wall trembles slightly with dread at the clammy feeling of the stones. Alexander peers through the hole in the wall and sees just another room in the catacombs.
Oh.
Aha! Not just another room at all. So that's why Alexander couldn't find the Minotaur's lair. At least Alexander now knows the lair exists, somewhere in the maze on the other side of this wall. While Alexander contemplates what he's just seen, the hole in the wall, frightened by the Minotaur, makes a run for it. Alexander hopes the little creature finds its way home to the Isle of Wonder.
Okay, well, we got a point for that, and we saw that there's a hidden switch behind a tapestry. I want to go this way just to complete the map. So this should just give us the option to go down, right? Okay. Alright, that's fine. Oh, wait. Yeah, no, okay. So let's go up. To the right.
As he walks through the doorway, Alexander gets a very bad feeling about this room.
Darn it. Oh, when did I save?
Tickets. Oh. Next.
Don't just want...
Okay, I saved after we used the hole in the wall. Okay, so what's over to the right?
As he walks through the doorway, Alexander gets a very bad feeling.
Tickets. Oh. Next.
Don't... Alexander hears the distant...
That might have been the start. I don't know. Anyways, let's go up.
The walls of the catacomb... The wall...
Alright, that's a dead end. If we go down, we die.
Alexander hears a low groan.
Alright, so let's go to the left. Okay, so this is the room where we used the hole. So there's layers on the other side. So how do we get there? Let's, okay, so let's go down.
Somewhere, far off into the catacombs, the sounds of hooves faintly echo.
Cool. So here's the room with the tapestry. And now that we saw the Minotaur through this hole, press a button. We know there's a button back there.
A very beautiful, very dusty tapestry hangs on the wall.
This tapestry looks familiar. Now let's see. I don't feel anything. Aha! A hidden latch.
Alexander triggers the little latch. A secret door rolls open.
So here's my beautiful map. Here's the first floor. And here's our second floor. And here goes nothing.
No! I beg of you! Please don't hurt me!
Your struggles are useless.
It's the Minotaur, and he's struggling with a Winged One's girl. She must be Lady Celeste. Alexander steps further into the room. The movement catches Lady Celeste's eye. She screams for help.
You there! Human! Help me! Help!
Who dares enter my lair?
I ask you to release your captive or suffer the consequences.
Never. You die, human.
As the Minotaur advances in attack, Alexander slowly backs away. Until he can back away no more.
Now where to, little man?
Toro, Toro, Toro.
Alexander, his back inches from the fiery pit, tempts the Minotaur with the Red Queen's scarf.
Look here, you bully! Nice, bright red.
Red. Now you die!
The Minotaur drops from sight amidst the consuming flames. Slowly, his scream fades as well.
Have you been harmed, Lady Celeste? Are you all right?
No, I am not all right. I assume you do not intend to leave me tied up on this vile monstrosity.
Of course not. Sorry, let's see. If you'll give me a moment, I'll have these untied in no time.
I can't wait that long. Look, I wear a small dagger just inside my belt. It should be enough to cut the rope.
Oh, all right. I've got it, Lady Celeste. Here we go.
Thank you. You may keep the dagger as a gift for saving my life.
That's very generous.
Forget it. Do you mind if we just get out of here now?
Oh, rude.
The Winged One's guards, bored with the pointless waiting, are startled by the sound of rock moving against rock.
Lady Celeste, fight thee well.
I'm quite well, thanks to the bravery of a mere human. So much for your superior intellect.
Yes, me lady.
Now bring him along. I'm going home.
Ah, that crow. That crow is the genie.
I see you have proven yourself the hero of the prophecy. Well, I am expected to thank you for saving my daughter's life, so I thank you. I am obliged to thank you for the restoration of our sacred catacombs. It means much to our people. We have already begun the process of clearing the deadly traps from its rooms. It is also my duty to grant you a visit with the Oracle. So this I do. I will grant you the freedom to leave here unharmed, despite my orders to the contrary from the Crown. But there, my obligations to you end. I have no love for Alhazred, but he is my liege, and if Princess Cassima trusts him and wishes to wed him, my guards will take you to the Oracle now. When your time with her is through, I want you to leave the City of the Winged Ones and never return. I don't know who you are or what you want here, but I will not disobey my crown further.
I thank you, Lord Azure. I will respect your wishes.
Hail to thee, great oracle. Lord Azure sends you this wingless mail. It appears that he solved the cliffs of logic and...
defeated the Minotaur in his lair. So I have seen. So this is the one that haunts my pool of late. Welcome, young seeker. What knowledge do you desire?
Princess Cassima, whatever you can tell me, great oracle.
Ah, of course, the princess. That explains my images. Let us see what we can see. I see a maiden, lovely and pure, but surrounded by evil. She's a rose set amidst bitter thorns. It is her fate to be the pawn of dark powers, and yours to try to redeem her.
How? How do I redeem her?
Fate is not like the cut of a blade, young one, but rather like the myriad of paths formed when a hammer cracks ice. I will tell you what I can, but what will actually come to pass is up to you. I see that any attempt to reach the girl will force you into battle, a struggle against a dark force. If you lose, your life will be forfeit.
Who must I fight?
A great darkness surrounds your adversary, preventing me from seeing clearly. I can only make out the shape of a black cloak. But before this final struggle, I see an infiltration, a dangerous game of hide-and-seek in corridors filled with enemies. The risks are high, but it is the only way to reach the one you seek. There is more than one way into this place. Your choice will dictate much.
What else do you see, mighty oracle?
Oh, such pain. I see two restless spirits crying out for revenge. These shades could help you destroy the dark force if they were to be brought back from their spiritual form. Yet this is only one possible path to your destiny. I'm afraid this is getting beyond me. I know very little about the afterlife. I can only advise getting counsel from the druids. Be warned. The druids are reclusive and dangerous. They might aid you, or they might destroy you. Like their island, the druid's nature is hidden in the mists. There is nothing more I can do for you, except to give you this. It is water from the sacred pool. That and my blessing go with you.
Thank you, great oracle.
All right. So that water is needed for one of our spells. All right, and with that, let's end this episode because it has been a long one, but excited to have made it this far. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time.